need is a leotard when you're washing the car. Now put a man
Well, let's hope it's working this time.
And he can wash the car in dignity. That's fighting fit football. It really very simple program. The best way to get your body fit is to have total disregard for your body. Every now and then you wake up and come out of a concussion and say, damn, I look good.
BJ, you talk funny. We'll be back on K-Chat right after these messages.
Are you tired of your couches getting ruined?
Oh, Grandpa.
I made tinkers again. If
I
you've
had a
got
tab
those
somewhere.
people cluttering up your home, why not send them to Musty Pines? We'll help bring back dignity, and we promise it will be the best 3 months of their lives. They'll enjoy bingo, complaining, mumbling incoherently, skinny dipping, and organ... Musty Pines is located at a luxurious location overlooking Vice
Oh, you gotta be
City.
fucking kidding me. Sure rolls over easy.
Why ain't you moving?
I need this right now.
Yo, stay away from me, bro.
Deadly Curse, a deranged killer, a small town in tears. Knife After Dark, rated R for retarded.
Ew, that's gross, BJ.
Whoops.
Stop hitting on me. Hi, I'm Amy, and you're on K-Chat. So, what do you need to do for BJ's fit for football?
Well, Ansel, anybody can do it. What you need is a real expensive gym.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. I want your...
I mean, a nasty, blood-sucking leech of a man who will destroy you if you don't destroy him first. A man you like set animals on. He's the enemy. And you sit in your foxhole till it's time just right, and then you pounce, baby.
Coffin
Kitty
cabs
cat on
and
cat. I'll sack a man, power drive him hard, again and again, because if it comes my way, I'll nail him every time.
This video sounds like a lot of fun.
Fun? Fun? You think it's fun when grown men cry in mortal agony? When you're so scared of what you're going to do to a man to step outside yourself like an astral projection and police go Kent State on you and people crying and bleeding and pouncing each other in the face, and that's just in the locker room before the game. That's your idea of fun?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, mine too. That's why I'm making a comeback. I've been retired 2 years, and I'm telling you, selling cars or appearing in soft drink commercials is not fun compared to having 50,000 low IQ morons in Green Bay or Tampa or Liberty City or whatever screaming how they want you dead just because you're playing for the Mongols. That's actualizing itself.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Tell me about it.
I'm doing it. I'm into... Hey, wait a minute. Are you reading the book over there?
No, I can hardly read. Get on with it.
I'm trying to sleep. You best listen. The comeback is a real deal. B.J. Smith, 6-year Pro Bowl MVP.
Oh, looks like I'm gonna get in trouble for running all them fuckers down.
Bones than anyone since people had legs. I'm a fitness crowd. You can rip my arms off, and I'll just molt and grow new ones.
Where?
Right here, right now. Let's get it out.
Of course. I mean, when?
Soon, baby. Real soon. But don't call it a comeback. Like the song said, I'll whoop your ass. And this time, I'm doing it my way. Ignorant fools that gave me nothing to work.
Exactly, where is this? Okay.
I saw a penny out of those monsters.
That's just like Jade.
Who's Jade?
My friend. She's a cop. She got sacked for wearing makeup and an I Hate Life t-shirt.
Let me check. Oh.
Kindergarten. Professionally.
You know, I know a lot of players who need to go back to school after they finish playing. It's a tough life and you lose something.
What did you lose?
Oh, addiction, something. It's brutal out there.
That's just like Jade. Those kids are evil little brats.
Listen, are you going to talk about your freaky friends who dress like a funeral? I thought we were here to talk about B.J. Smith, and I feel alive. I mean, really alive. Ain't nothing more invigorating than holding a man's head in your hands and looking him in the eyes and saying, I can kill you in 1 second, old man. And he says, I got a wife. And he said, give me all the money in your cash register.
What are you talking about? BJ, are those muscles real?
That's funny you should ask, because the answer is yes. Yeah, that's enough.
Wow.
Like, yes.
Nah, this guy's twice my size, but I'm quick, rich, and angry, like a Republican.
So, I see. Look, I ain't got anything more to say to you, and I can't fall in love with another guest or I'll get sacked. So let's go to the phones. Who's on line 1?
Hey, Amy, I'm a first-time caller. How you doing? I love your show. Sorta. BJ, man, you're awesome. Here's my question. How'd you play that game against San Andreas with 2 broken legs? I can't believe I'm talking to you. Wow, I don't know what to say. This is the greatest day of my life.
Played a game with 2 broken legs.
The method I use in a game against SA
I don't know if
is
that's
actually a
physically
part of my
possible.
exercise video. When in doubt, go for the groin. I hope that answers your question. That's the problem with the public. Hey,
That is some good advice,
all
though.
the time. Know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I get that all the time. People say, are you that girl off the television in that show? And I say, no, I'm the girl from the radio. I just look like her. Anyway, BJ, that's all we have time for now.
Thanks, Amy. And look after that mustache.
Okay. Thank you. I'll be back on K-Chat after these messages from our sponsors. Don't go away. Dang, no one wants
Going right to where I
hear
took
the
Lance.
Vietnam story.
Hi, Angel. Do you want me to walk outside?
The arcade comes to your living room, only without the creepy guys offering to show you puppies.
Taxi!
The Degenitron, you can play video games just like you're in the arcade. The Degenitron gaming system plays 3 exciting games, including Defender of the Faith, where you save the green dot with your fantastic flying red square. Monkey's Paradise, where you swing from green dot to green dot with your red square monkey. And Penetrator, where you smash the green dots deep inside the mysterious red square. The Degenitron brings arcade realism to your living room. It can even take quarters, and a strange, sweaty man comes by to empty the machine.
That seems like it's really not much of a shortcut.
Degenitron, fighting the evil of boredom.
Do you have dry mouth? Sure do. It protects your teeth, fights infections, and lubricates your food. But what happens when you run out of some? For personal dryness upstairs, it's Salivex.
Wow, I can spit again.
Salivex is more than saliva you can. Salivex improves consumption efficiency by 50%. No more halfway cures like... Or bowl of kitty litter.
After a night out, my tongue tasted like carpet. It was embarrassing. Now with Salivex, I can eat a whole box of crackers or lick my life partner's stamp collection. Oh, night.
It's like having a salivation army in my mouth. Now I can suck out lollipop for as long as I want.
Salivex tastes like your own saliva. That's because
Whoops.
in Salivex's state-of-the-art production facilities, we use salivation philanthropists who make Salivex all day. Salivex, when it comes to personal dryness upstairs, we're deadly serious.
Welcome back to K-Chat. My next guest is the star of the hit show, Just the Five of Us, where he appears as the rich father of a family of misfits. But more recently, he's working on a controversial theater piece. In the future, there will be robots. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Amy. However, you have mispronounced my name. It's Madge, which rhymes with badge. As in duh, and no as in more than you. Maginot. Anyway, thank you for having me on the show. It's always a pleasure to discuss my art.
Yes, you're so funny. Now, Claude, you're an interesting man, if you don't mind me saying so myself. Because on the one hand, you're on the funniest show in the whole wide world, Just the Five of Us, and on the other, you do those weird theater dance shows which aren't funny.
Yes, thank you, technical school dropout. I'm sure sitting here talking all day is terribly difficult. Juilliard is not. In the future, There Will Be Robots is not a funny piece. It deals with the most important issues in the world today. Love, pain, suffering, skin-tight pants, and well-stretched groin muscles. Let's see.
Blood, it does.
Then I light some candles and cry.
Okay, moving on before we're all sick.
No worries, I do, because I won't be constrained by you. Life is cheap, man, and then you die. If you prepare for the afterlife now, you will be able to summon spirit. That's the truth of the pentagram, man.
How profound. You've obviously got a lot of important things to tell the world.
The world is a lie, man. Only darkness.
I'm not sure how many of these fuckers I've done.
Like Vlad Dracul, born in 1430.
I thought it was around 50.
You're scaring me. I wish you would smile and be happy.
Okay, right. This isn't going to... Look,
Hey, can I say something?
No, I'm still pissed off with you, you shoulder pad wearing shyster.
Hey! Back down, Buster, before I bust your balls. No confrontation. As they say in the movies, I'm a man of peace. I'm done killing. Work with me.
What do you want? A broken nose? Some speed in your eye? You're pushing me, man. I'm Maurice Chavez.
I know who you are. You used to be a clown. I saw you at a bar mitzvah once. You had a great act. What, did you get tired of kids kicking you in the shin? Still, you were a first-class talent.
Well, that sucks.
Yes, great. But you lacked something.
I did?
Yeah, confidence, friend, confidence. You were all shot up with nerves.
I'd like to be all shot up with embalming fluid.
That can be arranged. We're talking about me, not Mr. Constantino Smith.
Yes, confidence. It's where it all begins. Positive thinking. What are we talking about today, Maurice?
Oh, he ain't gonna catch me.
Not a guy without any clothes. Yes, you're right. Positive thinking.
Exactly, friend. We're talking about you, Maurice Chavez. You couldn't cut it as a clown, but you're great, and I mean great, as a public radio host. It takes a lot of work to be uppity and self-important all the time. Every cab I go in, the guys love you.
Thanks.
Hey, don't thank me, thank yourself. You've learned something, then you started something, and now you're doing it. That's what it's all about.
It is?
Yes, you thought your way to success. It's a 3-step program based on studying successful people. Like me. Or maybe learning start doing is a little too intense for you. Maybe you should just think, hold that thought, complete. I never had anyone complete.
Pizza restaurant in Little Haiti.
One is a positive action as practiced by successful people like salesmen or prostitutes. And the other is a negative action as practiced by failures like winos and judges. What? Stop interrupting me. You gotta open your ears and close your mouth. It's very important. I tell my old lady that all the time. I say, hey, I don't want to hear no complaining. I come home with piles of cash every night and all you do is bitch. The learning starts in here and ends when we open this. Doing is a whole other story, but we'll come to that. Now, all you have to do is call me right away at 866-434-SELF, and for just one monthly payment, I will change your life forever. I promise you. I'll supply you with all the materials you'll need to completely change the way you see the world. Guaranteed.
So stop right now. This is a debate program, not an infomercial.
Hey, that's a great idea. Listen, friend, I mean this in a friendly way. Debating is a yes or no proposition. You need to open your mind to the maybes. We're discussing like friends, not debating like enemies. You see the difference?
Yes, I do. I think it's so much fun to be on the radio. I'd listen more, but someone stole my radio when they killed my foster family.
I hate everyone, apart from the undead. They're the only ones you can really get
Where am I
along
going?
with.
Oh yeah,
That's a
dogs.
start. But even you, Mr. Long Hair and Pale Skin, I can change your outlook. Guaranteed.
That's so great. Like puppies.
I saw some dead puppies once.
Constantinos, I've noticed you have a lot of negative thinking. Why the guff like that?
Well, some say life is a tea party for zombies. Also, when you only wear black, everything matches. In fact, I'll keep wearing black until something darker comes along. It's a known fact that the best poetry is written when you are depressed.
Hey, listen, I wrote a haiku. Oh, the red daisy. Flowers retain all happiness. Sunshine. Yay! Sunshine!
You sound like you'd enjoy my program Motivate, Demonstrate, then Motivate Again. Nobody ever complained about that program. You hug people and you laugh like you never laughed before.
Let's get back to the topic at hand, eh? I've had enough of this weirdness. Jenny, let's start with you. How do you maintain such a positive outlook on life? It says in your bio that some awful things have happened to you.
I don't think anything awful has happened to me.
But it says your parents were brutally murdered.
Mommy? Where's Mommy? She's just fine. She's probably taking a nap. You're like my bad doll, Mr. Livingston. He's a bad doll. Bad doll. Not like my other dolls. My mom's great, though. Thanks for asking.
Okay, wow. You're psychotic and dosed up to the eyeballs on tranquilizers.
If it's psychotic to be happy, then I guess I
This
am.
isn't really all that far. He could have walked.
Stalagmite grows
Saved
an
him
inch
some money.
every 1,000 years. That That's slow and painful. That's how I want to live my life. If you can't see the misery, stay out of the kitchen. You may have noticed this long tattoo. It's Egyptian and represents the breath of life given in the afterworld. It's my key to eternal life after death.
Hey, why don't you carry your keys in your pocket like everyone else?
Because only that which is burned or scratched into your flesh comes with you to the afterlife.
I bet my ex-wife will be there waiting for me in the afterlife. The bitch is crazy. Hey, can you put a hex on my ex-wife? Like some kind of spooky voodoo or something?
I do dabble in the dark arts and magic.
I ain't talking about magic like pulling a rabbit out of your ass or pulling quarters out of your ears. I'm talking voodoo. You know, dance around with a chicken voodoo. That bitch was a grass.
Why does everyone assume that just because we're goths, we're weird?
I don't know. The hood, cane, black fingernail polish may have something to do with it. When is the last time you seen the sun?
It's been over 18 years since I was out in open sunlight. I only leave the house if it's raining or if I need milk.
Exactly. Listen, I was just like you at one time, except I didn't wear makeup. That would get you a firm beating where I grew up. I'm happy to give you a sample of my course, Burn Start Doing. I promise you'll run out and buy some colored clothing and listen to some music other than people groaning on and on for half an hour about how much it rains in Manchester. Life is what you make of it. Look at me. I got a condo, a hot tub, a lot of girls.
Listen, you're really bringing me down, which is hard to do. I've been to the other side many times. Sometimes I barely come back. It's all about astral projection. Like right now, I'm projecting myself into the woman's bathroom at the fairground.
Hey, that's a good trick. Maybe you and I should go into business together.
Aye, look, I've had enough of this love fest.
Okay, I should have took my shortcut.
You're a motivational gunman, and you are a maniacally depressed loony with anemia. You guys should hate each other.
Did you say love fest? Those guys are so super. Listen, I just wrote another poem. If I had a flower for every time I think of you, I'd walk forever in a garden.
And I just wrote a poem too. Shut up, you weird, pathetic people. This is my show, Maurice Chavez. Capiche? Comprende? We're not here to recite poetry or sell motivation tapes or talk to dead people. We're here to press the issue. Anyway, let's take a break. We'll be right back after this important information from Vice City Public Radio.
That's pressing issues here on
And I hope Maurice is in
Vice City Public Radio.
GTA 6.
If you haven't given money to VCPR and you're listening to the station, you are a thief.
That's right, Michelle. You might as well throw a brick through the window and loot the place. How selfish you people are. This is public radio, serving the public with everything that is important, like me. So come on, keep us on air. It's really important.
Where am I going? Oh, the hospital.
Like you. Think of how much money you spend on drive-through fast food and commemorative plates. Take that money right now and send it direct to me, Jonathan Freeloader, Starfish Island, Vice City. Now, back to the show with Maurice Chavez, the asshole.
You're correct. He is an asshole.
I'm Maurice Chavez. Welcome back. I
He
used
is
to be
an
a
asshole.
performance man. Now I'm running a debate show. Funny how things turn out, eh? Or is it? That's the question, you see. If we look upon life as a positive experience, do we make it any better? That's what we're discussing right now here on Pressing Issues. Free radio with free ideas. Just keep those donations pouring in. Don't sell out to corporations. We all need a voice. Really, we do. And
Oh, I
today,
bet
right
you
now,
do.
we're giving a voice to three very different people discussing positive thinking. A healthy mental attitude. We've got a goth depressive. We've got a very happy orphan. And we've got a motivational speaker with a number of sisters. So let's start with you, Constantinos, you strange, creepy creature of darkness. Have you got a positive mental attitude?
I like to think so.
Oh, really?
Misery and suffering, it's everywhere now. And I actively want a fatal disease. What bad can possibly happen to me? You could...
Where am I going? Oh, there.
To help me here.
I think he's great. I think he's really sweet. I love her hair. It reminds me of a big shaggy dog with long, greasy, straight hair.
You know, Chavez, this weird goth guy, he's got a point. I mean, in many ways, what he's talking about is covered in my 3-step program, Tape 17. Motivate, demonstrate, then motivate again, Part 9. Facing home truths. You see, we all have to face up to a few home truths. I'll never be prom queen. Jenny will never have a parents. You'll never make it in the entertainment business. It's about realistic goals. I can change your life.
Just a second, Robot. What isn't covered in your 3-step program? What don't you talk about in your Library of Congress-sized tape cassette library? Whatever we talk about, breathe, Goths, depression, changing lives. Who are you? What have you done? That's so great. You wear a cheap suit. Your hair is stuck rigid with spray. Your breath stinks of whiskey. You look like you sell drugs to people. You're a joke, buddy. A bad joke.
Oh, now this is getting personal. I'm on your cheap-ass show. I spare my valuable time. I canceled several important speaking engagements. I took the thousands of VIPs in order to spread a message of hope. And this is how I get treated. I get insulted by a man with dandruff. I get slandered by a guy who couldn't amuse a birthday party of 9-year-olds. I get attacked by a guy who works on a volunteer radio.
This is not volunteer radio. I earn a salary.
How much? How much do you earn, Chavez? Big man, tough guy with a microphone and a cheap jacket, and a look that says my highest hope in life is to work in a bookstore? I'm a go-getter. You're a cheapskate.
You're a fraud with nothing to tell people, and no way of helping people.
Excellent. I'm really loving this. I hope one of them gets killed.
Shut up, dork.
All the bunnies are stabbing each other.
Shut up. I have a condo, I have a hot tub, I vacation in Aruba.
Vacation is not a verb, moron.
Yes, it is, because I'm a VIP. I'm very important. And I'm a teacher, a wise man, not an opinionated dope, a naysayer sitting on the side of life criticizing others while all he can do is get a crappy gig down at a moron station.
I think I'm going to be regretting skipping lunch here pretty soon.
And I'm between mansions, Buster, from helping people. Do you know how good it feels to be me? Do you have any idea at all how great it feels to wake up and realize you're a rich and talented, important person and in a waterbed with mirrors on the ceiling and more girls than you can imagine. And every time I step outside the door, I can choose which car to drive. If I choose to drive, I have 5 chauffeurs.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Sweep it under the carpet. That's my motto. If I can't see it, it's not there.
Look, I hate to burst your bubble here, but I know you live in a very small apartment overlooking the gas works. You ain't a big shot. You ain't even a medium shot. You're an asshole. A creepy jailbird who doesn't know the first...
I have a message. I can save lives. I'm a savior, my friend. I have a gift of communication. And this is how I get treated. I get insulted, I get paired with a pair of retards, a guy who's afraid of the sun, and a girl dosed up to the eyeballs on antidepressants.
Car's not in that bad
Sweetheart,
shape.
I can get you something much better.
These pills are very strong today. Maybe I took too much accidentally. Oh well.
This chick is out of her mind. I thought I was going to get to help people on the radio, to demonstrate my program, to help you, Chavez. Those people on the phone said you were a desperate, lonely man on the edge.
Leave! Leave right now. Get out of my studio. Go get your own radio show. Go save some other people.
Hey, I'm not leaving till I have the
Desperate,
opportunity
lonely
to save
man on the
people
edge.
and sell some tapes. You can call right now and send in the money order. Soon you can have a luxury condo and a waterbed and a suit made in Singapore based on the latest Italian style.
Enough! Enough now! Shut up!
Hey, Vampire Boy, I'll give you $20 if you can put a hex on Chavez.
Dark forces, I summon you to me. Banish these weaklings, mental and feeling ones from my presence.
Shut up! No, you little snotty-nosed prick. What? Your shoes got lifts, Buster, I can tell.
Hey, lift this, hairspray!
Oh, I know!
Daddy, stop bleeding.
This costs a lot of money. I'll sue you into jail, asshole.
Stop fighting, please. I hate it when we fight. Can't we have a group hug?
Hit me, man. I like it.
Oh, my damn nose.
Oh, stop crying, baby boy. Who are you gonna tell, huh? Where's your 3-step program now? You think I'm a little wimp now? You wanna be rude about pressing issues now, eh? You think you're a tough guy from the gutter now, eh, my friend? You think you can screw with me? With Maurice Chavez? What you thinking, asshole?
I'm sorry. Please don't hit me again. I love your show.
Yeah, I think I understand this positive thinking. And that was pressing issues. I think we covered a lot
Yeah,
of
my
ground.
car's a little
We
bit
learned all
nicer
about
now.
how to press the issue. And remember, if at first you don't get hurt, hit the guy very hard in the face with a paperweight. It just worked for me. And I feel like $1 million. Let's tell you a little bit more about exactly how public radio is financing quality programs like Pressing Issues come on here. Don't go away.
That was Pressing Issues, and this is Vice City Public Radio. We hope you're enjoying the show as much as you're about to enjoy listening to me and Jonathan
Hey,
Freeloader.
what the fuck? He ran into
Hi,
me.
Jonathan, how are you?
Heartbroken, Michelle.
Why, Jonathan, why?
Well, because it seems people just don't care anymore. I mean, where are people's priorities? We have campaigned tirelessly for public radio for literally months now, and the station is still in trouble. But a man with a hygiene problem puts on a pop concert, and suddenly everyone has money to hand over to starving kids they've never even met. I think it's a disgrace.
Yes, people are very shallow.
Like like you.
Exactly like me. But radio is much more important than food. I have a good mind not to let them go back into pressing issues this time. You have to give us some money. It's a disaster. That's what it is. What's wrong with you people? Please. We're struggling to pay for our second homes here.
And I've only had 3 vacations this year.
You poor man. Let's get on with the show. Remember, call now. Please. We need your money. Urgently.
Thanks, guys. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pressing Issues on VCPR. That's Vice City Public Radio. Radio which gives the public exactly what they want. High-quality educational programming about serious topics, and the consistent reminder that the world is going to hell in a handbasket if you don't give us money. Remember, Vice City Public Radio is commercial-free because it is funded entirely by donations from our listeners and corporate sponsors. So if you're enjoying the show, why not make a contribution? I'm Maurice Chavez, and this is Pressing Issues. Pressing Issues is a roundtable discussion group in which we ask self-important people exactly what they think about things, and then they argue amongst themselves for it, before leaving with views more extreme than when they came in. Only joking, ladies and gentlemen. This is a show founded on the ancient Greek principle of enlightened debate and the American principle of free speech. Or is that the ancient Greek principle of reading wise men hemlock, and the American principle of being annoyed and loud so nobody can get a word in? I forget. Only time will tell. Now, the subject we are discussing right now on Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez, for your enlightenment and enjoyment, is a very serious one. Public safety. In case you haven't noticed, Vice City is not a very safe place. These are troubled times. We are a troubled people. Some would say we are a people at war with ourselves. Others would say we are at war with reality. Those who live in other countries and strive to own our fast food restaurants and quickie marts would say we are a bloodthirsty bunch of crazies who let children buy guns from the
very good place to put that down.
Our opinion is that it is the fault of society that, as Plato said, people don't mean to hit each other. It happens because they are poor or desperate or really thirsty or in need of a vacation or something. Another view is that we are all a little confused and really should stay at home, lock the doors, and forget about everything as quickly as possible. So, let's press the issue, eh? Sitting on our panel right now, we have 3 divergent opinions. 3 separate islands of insanity in a rolling sea of stupidity. 3 wise men following very different stars. To my right, to everyone's right in fact, we have Congressman Alex Shrub, the youngest state congressman ever to be elected by Vice City, and now a respected man in the capital. Mr. Shrub got elected because he has great hair and says things that make you nod your head. His campaign appealed to the wealthy because he set all of us at ease by finally confirming it's okay to be rich as long as you say you care about the children. Mr. Shrub, welcome.
That's not entirely true, Maurice. My campaign also appealed to the poor, who are too stupid to understand what I'm saying. So I held up pretty pictures and I gave out candy bars to appeal to their most base instincts. Thanks, Maurice. I'm glad to be given this opportunity to set the record straight.
I haven't given you any opportunity yet, my heartless friend. Let me introduce my other guest first.
I hope this isn't going to get personal.
That my heartless
I love
friend.
Vice City more than anyone, and I can prove it.
Yes, that's coming from the man who got elected by calling his opponent a buffalo butt and a fat hen-peck wimp that couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. Anyway, our next guest is from the opposite end of the political spectrum. A man so wet, he looks like he just stepped out of the shower. Peace Corps activist, hippie concert taper, founder of the group Speaking for the Underdog. He is fluent in 7 languages and studied the harp in Peru, Callum Grayshaw.
Hi, Maurice. Hola.
Studied the
Buenos
harp?
dias and noches. Bonjour and buongiorno. Welcome in. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hey, let's stick to English. Most of us struggle enough with that. Welcome to Pressing Issues. And lastly, we have a man with a novel solution to the problems of public safety in Vice City. A solution so stupid, I cannot bring myself to explain it for him. Yet like breakdancing, it is sadly catching on. A man who appears on this fine show because our previous know-it-all panelist was carjacked and is now at home arming himself to the teeth. I give you John
Forgot
F.
where I'm headed.
Piccoli.
It looks like it's this road somewhere.
So, before we get started, gentlemen, let me remind you of the rules of engagement. Here on Pressing Issues, the #1 rated show on public radio in the Vice City area and hosted by me, Maurice Chavez, Pressing Issues is about free speech, not feeding each other hemlock, literally or metaphorically.
Hey, my daddy used to grow that stuff in the backwoods of Missouri. Ooh, I tell you what,
Yes, thank you. I expect you to listen to each other, and I will only step in where necessary so people on the air don't forget what my voice sounds like. So, I want a clean fight. Nothing below the belt or in the chops. And remember Maurice's motto, which a very wise man, my father, once told me. If you listen, one day you might be hurt, and when in doubt, use the smell test. That's so important, I think, don't you? So, Congressman, let's start with you. Crime is up. People are scared to walk the streets. Nobody is taking public transportation. Police morale is at an all-time low. Everyone is killing and maiming and giving each other the finger, metaphorically speaking. Do you think the government is doing a good job?
Absolutely. Those statistics are interesting, but like all statistics, they are also irrelevant. Let me give you a better statistic, Chavez. In 1980, when I was
this is how
elected,
people
you
drive
were,
in Chicago.
according to the intelligence gathered on you, a man with no mission. You worked as a clown at
So that's
birthday
more like
parties,
it.
corporate functions, bar mitzvahs, and go-go bars. You, realizing that you were a hollow man that can only take on the personality of others, decided to become an actor. And despite going up for 17 auditions that year, you only got work as a fluffer in a sex ed video. Your tax returns show that you earn less than $2,000. Suffering from anxiety, you attended group therapy for a year and considered getting a sex change. An idiot liberal felt sorry for you, and now
Sunshine
you host your own
Homes.
radio show, write a newspaper column.
It's one place I know how to get to.
You've got an ex-wife and attractive girlfriend, although she's married to your best friend, and you're on top of the world. So answer me this. Can you really say the years of living under my administration have been bad for you?
We are not talking about me. This is pressing issues, not pressing Maurice.
Yes, excuse me if I may. Can we get to the part where we press the issue?
You see, that's what's wrong with this city. Liberals just want to open the floodgates, let anyone in and make you, the ordinary, hard-working men and women, pay for the pleasure. Well, you have my permission to beat them with sticks. We won't prosecute. You'd be doing us all a favor. Free love, wig out, don't work, make love in the field, and listen to rock and roll or whatever you call it. Meanwhile, Brayshaw, I know your father. He's made a lot of money, which makes him a great person, but for every good conservative, they end up having some wacko commie kid just back from a vacation in the Orient who wants to share. Go take that sharing business to Cuba or Canada or somewhere. I don't have a trust fund or a rich daddy. I know what it is to be poor, to look at the world from the other side. I've slept my way to the top.
Already ran into
You
something.
two would stop hooting and carrying
Before I
on.
even got out of the garage.
Plan that will save Florida from the yellow-bellied snakes
Ran
that
into
want to
someone,
slither into
too.
this great state from all places north.
Oh, look. Stump-jumping Jethro is using all 3 of his brain cells to talk.
Enough! We've just started and you have proved yourself, Mr. Shrub, to be just as they said. I grant you, 1980 was not a high point in my career, but I never applied for a sex change. I was merely in an exploratory phase, and besides which, Saul the wheat-free clown was a funny act. Once voted best up-and-coming dietary restricted comic act in the whole of Vice City. I tried to take it to the Catskills, but Mount Scary Lodge was full. Besides, we are not talking about me, we are talking about you.
Actually, if I remember correctly, you didn't win. Mary the meat-free mime won. In fact, under legislation I am proposing, all of you vegetarians would be kicked out of Vice City. We were given canines and bicuspids for a reason. To open packages of potato chips.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I always hated that bitch. What's funny about a woman not eating a hamburger? Or miming saving
Looks
a
like I'm
chicken
taking
from
this
the
dude to the
slaughter
police
as snacks?
station.
Or her big act, I am a milk cow, a lactating machine
He'll
for
turn
your
himself
breakfast
in,
cereal.
but he's a
How do you
pedophile.
think a little kitty enjoyed that on his birthday? Not very much. There were tears, not laughter. I can assure you, vegetarian performance art must be stopped.
Jumping Jehoshaphat on a pogo stick. You city slickers got more issues than a newsstand. Can we talk about public safety here? I ain't got all day.
What? Is there a corn on the cob eating contest you have to get to? Get some chitlins and grits in the oven? You got a date with your sister, eh?
Hey, be nice, man. I just wanted to talk a little politics, and you made it all personal.
Right. Let's all stop bickering, especially you, Shrub. I've got my eye on you. Public confidence is at an all-time low. Nobody feels safe anymore. Just the other night, I saw a man running amok with a gun, shouting he needed to defend himself. Gun sales are up. Book sales are down. What do you think, John F. Hickory? Please, press the issue.
All right, that's better. Sticking to the matter at hand. Well, it's quite simple, mister. Immigration is to blame. People are flooding into our state from all over America. Trash. It's quite simple. They're bringing their highfalutin, uppity, out-of-state ways and corrupting the place. Ruining it. That's why I and my organization propose we take Florida out of the Union. We start anew as our own country and ban people from Missouri or Kentucky or Philadelphia or any of them fancy places from setting foot on our soil.
You think what? Have you been snorting blocks? Have you read the Constitution?
Yeah, I sure have. It talks about freedom. Freedom for Florida from the stench of people moving here to retire or go on vacation. Build your own damn theme park in your own damn state. Florida theme parks is for Florida people only. That's what I say. I mean, I don't go to Alabama to visit a theme park.
I think the people that run Disney World down there would probably disagree with this thing.
Plus, I don't believe there are theme parks in Alabama.
Then they should stop coming down my way and build redneck land or whatever.
I know it's so fucking expensive.
My views ain't extremist.
I remember when I was a kid, my parents had to save up for a few years to go down to Florida.
If you keep letting people immigrate here from all over the so-called
And it costs like a whole lot more.
There's no more room.
Now if you want to go to Disney.
On top of each other like they are in Australia. What we're going to do soon, build a river. A river of freedom. A river of hope. A river which runs from the coast to coast and cuts us off from the 47 states of wastrels and bad influencers to the north. We are going to cut Florida off from the mainland of our oppressors.
Shit, this isn't very far.
Then, the nation of Florida will be free to start over. There'll be no long-ass lines at the log flume or the pirate shipwright when I take over. You and the kids will be able to ride the rides all day. We will have a roller coaster for each and every Florida family.
Oops.
You know, you're bordering on treason. What you are saying is a very naughty thing, and only because
I
here
ran
on
him over.
pressing issues do we believe so wholeheartedly in free speech are we allowing it.
It's the truth, my friend, the damn truth. And before you start, I am not a racist. I hate everybody, irrelevant of other issues. But I especially hate Yankees, by which I mean anyone from Georgia or further north. Build your own theme parks, buy your own sun, grow your own damn mosquito-infested swamp, pal. We're gonna build ourselves a river. FBI, CIA, I don't give a damn. They can't stop us. You shrub, you yellow-bellied, tie-wearing, bribe-taking, hypocrite. What have you done for Vice City up there in Washington?
I've ensured important tax breaks for gun retailers, real estate developers, and I've cut the cost of policing, saving the city 2% or 25 cents per household over a 6-year period.
At the expense of society. Think of the little people. Poor people have no voice in this city. Every time I find a park to meditate in, someone brings in a bulldozer and builds condos. The madness must stop.
So you suggest we just stop making babies? People need a place to park their boat and trailer and put their swimming pool. You're beginning to sound red, and by that I mean you prefer a hammer and sickle over a hamburger.
I'm not little. I'm 5'5". It's time for corporations and all of capitalism to step aside for naturalism. You're not saving this planet. You're
I guess I should probably
Your credit is no good.
stop and fix
we
my
can't afford
car.
to loan you any more of our nature. Those are our trees. I only wish I could be around a little longer to enjoy it. I feel so old. Someone must take my legacy. I must train a little me.
How old are you?
I'm 23, but I feel much older and wiser. I know everything. I've seen a lot of the world.
What does the rest of the world have to tell us about how to do things? Build more trains? Have people elect their leader rather than an elite electoral college? Ride a bike to work like a Girl Scout? Or a clown with dietary concerns? No thanks, Vladimir.
I'll agree with that. People from other countries are good for nothing. That's why we have to keep teaching them a lesson.
Well, sometime I should stream this and just do the taxi missions.
Couch to think on.
I'll tell you. Speaking as a sensualist, and by that I mean a very narrow-minded, id-centered man of peace who travel. I recently went to Europe. I think
I
everyone
don't
should
kind
see
of
it
mean
for a
like I
week.
am now. I mean
You
like
really
all
see what's
100 in a
wrong with
row.
this country when you visit a European utopia. Things like a journey, public transportation, healthcare, leather shorts, mustaches. When I went to Belize, I helped some villagers clear some land for an environmentally friendly coal mine. We've all got to make some sacrifices if we're going to get anywhere. My dad gave me the money to set up an exciting trust there.
But how does that help the people in Vice City from worrying about whether they're gonna get robbed? What drives a man to just take?
What we need are more after-school sports like choir or drama so people can learn to express themselves properly by singing or pretending to be a tree. Have you ever heard a whale sing? It's a lonely form of beauty and some very ancient wisdom, helping people to help themselves with drama and choir and flowers and my dad's money.
Listen, trust fund Tommy, your ideas are pathetic. It's no wonder that mankind has woken up one day to find me in charge, amigo.
Mr. Shrub, you got elected on a campaign promising to reduce taxes to zero. But under your stewardship, we've seen taxes go up by 20% and services decline.
Nobody is interested in your statistics, Chavez. Let me tell you something, pal. I'm better than that. I will not, I shall not, I cannot stoop to your level. They assured me this was a show that understood politics, where we could debate things mano a mano. And I found myself having statistics hurled at me like so much stale confetti. We cannot boil people down to numbers. You have no idea, my friend, what it takes to serve, the sacrifices I've made to help my country, to help Vice City. The complexity of government, the hideousness of my wife, and the way her eyes grow like our national debt. Oh, sure, some people like that, but not me. It's a nightmare, my friend, and I have it thrown back at me by an ingrate like you. I could scarcely get up in the morning.
And with that outrageous revelation, let's take a quick break to tell you something very informative. You're listening to Pressing Issues on Vice City Public Radio. Over to you, Jonathan.
Hello, and welcome back. I'm Jonathan Freeloader, and you're listening to VCPR. This portion of Pressing Issues is brought to you by Ammunition, a proud supporter of public radio and our community. We hope you're enjoying Pressing Issues and the way it challenges your view of society. Unfortunately, public radio in Vice City is under pressure. That's because we're better than everyone. You can't hear this kind of hard-hitting, long, drawn-out programming anywhere else. But you have to give money.
That's right, Jonathan. Money is important. It can be exchanged for goods and services, like getting a hip replacement or funding a starving child in Australia.
I feel all covered with flies right now. Call us. Pledge your money. Give 10% of your income. That's all we ask. And for that, you know everyone can be educated on the important things we discuss on VCPR.
10% is a really small amount. I remember when I was volunteering in Central America, to make myself appear less shallow, the native peoples would give you 10% of their land for a pair of mirrored sunglasses. And they would run around community saying chicle, chicle, which is Espanol for pretty woman. It was very spiritual, like waves.
Absolutely. But remember, this radio station could disappear. The voice of unprofitable radio could be silenced. One day you wake up, roll over, and she's gone. You go into the kitchen, there's a note scrawled, the sound of a taxi leaving in the distance, a thunderstorm rolls in. It's a metaphor for my haircut, or this pledge drive.
Here we are.
The pledge drive. Become a member. Only members or people with radios can listen to this radio station. Now back to Pressing Issues.
Shouldn't we give out the phone number?
Like I tell the children at the library I volunteer at, look it up yourself. No, you can't go to the bathroom, and stop crying.
That's good advice. Now, back to Pressing Issues.
Welcome back to Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez. On our panel, we got the secessionist lunatic John F. Hickory, liberal rich kid Callum Crayshaw, and neo-fascist congressman Alex Shrub. Gentlemen, welcome back. Let's start with you, Mr. Hickory. Why the F?
For Florida. I'm a patriot. I'm even got an orange grove tattooed all over my groin.
Yes. But back to the matter at hand. Public safety. How do we get guns under control in this city?
By giving everyone hope, a dream of a better tomorrow, by encouraging people to grow their own root vegetables. What's the satisfaction of holding a gun in your hand when you could be holding a hoe, planting seeds in a peasant village?
Keep your hoes and seeds to yourself. We don't need gun control. If you read the Constitution, it's a sacred document that should not be changed. Under our Constitution, women couldn't vote, but the liberals come in crying crocodile tears. We need to get scaremongers and non-believers, men like you, Chavez, under control. I've got a good mind to have your funding removed.
We don't get any funding.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good. You won't see a penny out of me. You've got to stop spreading these lies or I'll whip you myself. I'm not afraid. The Constitution asserts a man's right to bear arms and armed bears and all points in between. Who ever heard of a gun or a bear causing problems? This is all cocky pop, whatever that word is.
All right.
It keeps the place safe. Trouble is caused by unemployment, and unemployment comes from poor economic performance and lazy people. If you had a job, would you steal a car? Of course not.
What kind of neighborhood is this? Up here after donuts.
Was this car okay?
Ignorant. I'm trying to save you, to save everyone. You don't see the art around you. Are you in search of Auld Lang Synes, singing Madama Butterfly on a windowsill, or relegating yourself to a cricket in Huckleberry Finn? I'm a movement that conquers love, while you complain about your dress. Know you not how important my mission be?
Right. Cool. Okay, Mr. Chesterfield. I mean, Mr. Maginot. You gotta hang in there. You're on K-Check.
We hope our blue chip clients get their lives back after circumstances have conspired against them.
Oh,
just listen.
there's a rampage I never done.
Accident.
A fun
What happened
one.
to my wife on that precarious cliff? The layer of fjords can't bring my wife back, but they made sure I didn't end up in the slammer.
I was unfortunate enough to be fed with 15 kilos in my spare time. I was so mad at the auto repair shop that sold me that.
You mind if I kill you? Why does it always come to this?
That's what you get for calling me an asshole.
We're not cheap, but what price can you put on truth? Call the Leo and Purex today at 866-974-2... Accidents happen.
Hell is my God.
The store leading the fight against communism is having a blowout sale. Ammunition has a wide array of newspapers. Come by Ammunition on Militia Mondays. Exercise your Second Amendment rights and get 10% off all armor-piercing bullets. We're the only gun store that lets you try it before you buy it. Need anti-tank missiles? We've got them. Flamethrowers? Oh, yeah. No credit? No problem. No money down. 90 days, saves cash. Shoot now, pay later. You're in the 10-minute waiting period. Fire up.
A 10-minute waiting period.
Come by Ammunition.
Hello. I don't think there is a waiting period anymore.
Festival with 3 screenings of the documentary Red Dawn. Ammunition, protecting your rights.
You're back on Gay Chat with me, Amy, and my special guest. Let's go to the phone.
Okay.
Mr. Maginot, Bruce from Thorn Island. Big fan of the show, Mr. Maginot, big fan. I don't know about the robot thing. It's weird. Quickly, is he really 42? Did he shop in the kids' aisle? Did he get on a roller coaster ride? What's the deal? Did he pay half price for the movie?
No comment. Next caller.
Oh my God, trauma! I meant that's my line. I'm supposed to say, God, this guy's such a dick. Okay, next caller. Who's on the line?
My wife will kill you.
Morgan, I'm just vacationing down here, having finished my doctoral thesis into images of young boys in post-Lapsarian Greece, and the erotic understatement of the fugue in contemporary Baroque. Fascinating stuff.
Pull over to the side.
Oh my.
And that's praise indeed coming from me. I don't believe anything humanity has achieved since 1836. But one thing fascinated me, Claude, about the show, the pants. They were so tight, so fitted. How do you get such a marvelous, close, sequin figure hugging fit and still? Oh, and were the sequins a reference to lasers?
Yes, yes. My, I agree. Thanks for calling. That is an important question. You see, I'm an important person, and I especially think so. It is really important.
Oh my God.
Dance, or the effect is ruined. Interpretive dance cannot be expressed in baggy clothing. It's like a violin parade. Otherwise, why have a love story with a manatee and the lasers? It's very important.
You're kind of creepy. You're nothing like you are on the show. You're so...
Yay, got my swank casa.
Most degrading debate.
See you in 64.
Such is the plight of radio. Rather than grumble like Leporello or a taxi driver about my duties cleaning the back seat, I shall bid you adieu.
Okay, thanks, Claude. Next, we have a very important guest who doesn't dance like a weird jerk. We'll be back right after this. You're on
A weird
K-Chat.
jerk.
Knights of the road, here's your stallion. The car for freedom. The car for hot excitement. The car for a man who's alone against the elements. The pride is back. It's the power of a compact. Fuel-injected. My Matsu Thunder. On the toll road of life, you have to pay to prove you can. Live the emotion of an individual. The awesome power of nature distilled into one vehicle. Because after you get struck by lightning, there's thunder. The Matsu Thunder.
What's this I found under your bed? The only Engels you're going to read is Laura Ingalls Wilder.
If you think your child might be a red, here are some warning signs. They read complicated literature and have concern for their fellow man. They even like to share. Tell your kids if someone approaches...
Let's see if this works.
God, can we play more commercials on this station? The station is about...
Well, let's see if this worked.
Fresh skin.
It looks like it might have.
So few clothes, so many titties, baby.
Well, don't mind me, pretty.
Now, if there's no music in here, cool, there's no music. There's gonna be an intermission.
You got my sister. I saw her first.
Bootylicious. Don't waste your time. You gonna be mine.
I'll have to rub the oil on that. Lovely, fresh skin.
That's prettier
She
than Betsy.
is wicked.
Look at that.
You want smooth,
nice titties,
baby?
So few clothes, so many titties.
You wanna get me a slice of that pie?
Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
Dicky on.
Look at those tits.
Show us that fanny.
Now that I call
Slap
pretty.
that fanny, girl.
She's my sister. I saw her first.
That's good.
Baby.
Cool, let me grab that.
Wicked.
Sorry.
That's prettier than Betsy.
You want it smooth, baby?
She's fit like some footballs there.
Titties over to me, girl.
Well, don't mind me, pretty
Touch
thing.
me some of that bun.
Wanna get me a slice of that pie? Girl, you got it going. Dicky on.
Lovely, fresh skin.
Now that I call pretty.
That's nice.
You got me stoked.
She's my sister. I saw her first.
We're in you, girl.
I just came here for some pussy.
Slap that fanny, girl.
You look hot.
Girl, you could knock me out.
She's fit like
You
some
wanna
football there.
snooze, baby?
Well,
Cool,
don't
let me
mind me,
grab
pretty
that.
thing.
Jack your
Oops,
fanny.
sorry. Ah.
You is fresh.
You like me, you gotta do better than that.
That's prettier than Betsy. Now that I call
Yeah,
pretty.
that's good. I just came here for some pussy.
Fanny girl.
I'll have
She's
to
my
rub the
sister.
oil on
I
that.
saw her first.
We're in you, girl. Wiki wanna get me a slice of that pie.
Look at those tits. So few clothes, so many titties.
Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
Wicked.
Ah.
Don't
Now
waste
that I
your
call
time.
pretty.
You gonna be mine.
That's prettier than Betsy.
Hey man, you want some trouble?
Crack.
You
Cool,
wanna
let me grab that.
baby?
Oops, sorry. Ah.
She's my sister. I saw her first.
You look hot.
Slap that fanny girl. Girl, you could knock
Look
me
at that.
out.
Nice titties.
I wanna be.
I just came here for some pussy.
Girl.
Well, don't mind me, pretty
Fresh skin.
thing.
Don't waste your time. You gonna
She's
be
fit like some
mine.
footballs there.
Wiki wanna get me a slice
I'll
of
have to
that
rub the
pie.
oil on that.
Baby.
Now that I call pretty.
Girl, you got it going.
She's my sister. I saw her
You
first.
wanna smooth, baby?
That's good. Ah.
Where the hell am I? That's prettier than
Ooh,
Betsy.
that's nice.
You is fresh.
Well, don't
Lovely
mind me,
fresh
pretty
skin.
thing.
Jack your fanny.
Look at that. Nice titties. So few clothes, so many titties.
Bootylicious.
You not
freaking
see
hit
me
me?
there?
I'll freaking hit you.
I wanna be.
I'll have to rub the oil on
you,
that.
girl. Bring those titties
Now
over
that
to
I
me,
call
girl.
pretty.
Girl, you could knock me out. Baby.
That's prettier than Betsy.
Show us that fanny.
She's my sister. I saw her first. Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
You
I just
is
came here
fresh.
for some pussy. Look at those tits.
Wiki wanna get me a slice of that pie.
That's good. Ah. Isn't that? Yeah, that's good. Lovely fresh skin. Look at that. Nice titties.
I wanna be in you, girl. You look sweet,
So few clothes,
baby.
so many titties.
Girl, you got it going.
That's prettier than Betsy.
On. She is wicked.
Well, don't mind me,
Fit
pretty
like
thing.
some footballs there.
Bootylicious.
Now that I call pretty.
Show us that fanny.
She's my
Cool,
sister.
let me grab
I
that.
saw her first.
Oops,
You
sorry.
got me stoked. Don't waste your time. You gonna be mine. You wanna smooth, baby?
I just came here for some pussy. So few clothes, so many titties.
Slap that fanny girl.
You look hot.
She is
Well,
wicked.
don't mind me, pretty thing.
I'll have to rub the oil on that.
Bootylicious.
That's good. Ah.
Bring those titties over to me, girl.
Now that I call
Yeah,
pretty.
that's good.
Show us that fanny.
That's prettier than Betsy. She's my sister. I saw her
Girl,
first.
you could knock me out.
So few clothes, so many titties.
You look sweet,
Lovely fresh
baby.
skin.
Don't waste your time. You gonna
She's
be
fit like some
mine.
footballs there.
Jack your fanny.
Cool, let me grab that. Oops, sorry.
Baby.
Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
I wanna be.
Now that I call pretty.
In you, girl. You got me.
That's prettier than Betsy.
stoked. You wanna
She's my
smooth?
sister. I saw her
that's
first.
good.
Girl, you could knock me out.
Lovely, fresh skin.
You is fresh.
She's fit like some footballs there.
Delicious.
Look at that. Nice titties.
Slap that fanny,
I'll have to
girl.
rub the oil on that. Touch me some of that buns.
Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
You look hot.
Now that I call pretty. That's prettier than Betsy.
She is wicked. Girl, you could knock me out.
She's my sister. I saw her first.
Don't waste your time. You gonna be mine.
Lovely, fresh skin.
Show us that fanny. Girl, you got it going. Dig it on.
Look at that.
Ricky wanna get me a slice of that pie. You is fresh. I wanna be in you, girl.
Well, don't mind me, pretty
I just came
thing.
here for some pussy.
Now that I call pretty.
Cool, let me grab that. Oops, sorry. She's fit like some footballs there.
You got me stoked.
That's prettier than Betsy.
Ooh,
Girl,
that's
you
nice.
got it going. Dig it on.
Look at those tits.
She's my sister. I saw her first.
Slap that fanny, girl.
Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
Show us that fanny. Baby.
I'll have to rub the oil on that.
I wanna be in you, girl.
Cool, let me grab that. Oops,
Now that
sorry,
I call
fanny.
pretty.
You look sweet, baby.
Look at that.
That's prettier than
Nice
Betsy.
titties. So few clothes,
You
so
is
many
fresh.
titties.
Girl, you
look
could
hot.
knock me out.
Isn't that?
Well, don't mind me,
That's
pretty
good.
thing.
Show us that fanny.
She's fit like some footballs there.
You wanna smooth,
She's my sister.
baby?
I saw her first.
Ooh,
Now that
Don't
I
waste
call
your
pretty.
time. You gonna be mine.
That's
Touch me
prettier
some
than
of that
Betsy.
buns.
Sweet, baby. Bootylicious.
You look
She
hot.
is wicked.
I just came here for
Girl,
some
you
pussy.
could knock me out.
Isn't that? That's good. So
I
few
wanna
clothes,
be
so many titties.
in you, girl.
Well, don't mind me, pretty thing.
You wanna smooth, baby? Bring those titties over to me, girl.
She's my sister.
Look at that.
I saw her first.
Nice titties.
Now that I call pretty.
You look sweet, baby.
That's prettier than
She's
Betsy.
fit like some footballs there.
Let me grab that.
Get me a slice of
Oops,
that
sorry.
pie. Go, you got it going. Dicky on. You is fresh.
Yeah, that's good.
Stones.
Yep, believe it or not, that's how you do that mission. You just sit there and let this chick do a lap dance. You gotta spend at least $600. Whoops, let's see. There we are. We'll do that one.
Thank you, guys. So, we're back on pressing issues. Just one of many fine shows you'll hear if you have the patience to listen to public radio. Although, hold
up. Kill with kindness, not a garden tool.
Yes, but what about the guy
There we
getting
go.
beaten up on the street? Or the man having his motorcycle stolen? What about him?
Or her. Some of the best bikers are really women. Anyone can join our group. This is about poor people getting together.
But your father owns half of Florida. How are you part of the working class?
Like I said, possessions are not important at all. I'll pick up a hitchhiker in my convertible any day. The other day I picked up a young woman and we discussed the non...
And I could hear the guys talking during the last mission where Tommy gets the lap dance. Yeah, that's a mission where Tommy gets a lap dance. But I turned off the music so you could hear all the little comments the guys in the audience were making. What a bunch of perverts.
Prisons are overflowing with wasted potential. Make the guilty men innocent once more. Free them from themselves.
How? How on earth do you do that?
Okay, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, I want to go see Phil.
But, as in most things, we in government are saving money so that you don't have to. When we spend less money on services, more goes to administration salaries and expenses, which helps make lives a lot less difficult for everybody. It's about sharing. Sharing your taxes out amongst the select few. That's why I worked so hard at school, so I could reap the rewards now.
I thought you worked hard at school because the other kids laughed at you and called you a square.
That's a damn lie. They called me Wet Fart.
They called me the Bat because my voice didn't break until I was 19.
So, Mr. Shrub, I take it you don't believe in regulation.
I believe in giving people a chance, not tying them down with lots of needless regulations. The fact is, business is run by moral people who won't do anything illegal or try to get rich quickly.
But since you got elected, Vice City has been characterized by a government who cut aid to the poor, offered tax breaks to the rich, and paid people to dump toxic waste near... Potential lethal consequences.
Not true. Only 23 people have died, and several of them probably deserved it.
So, with people being set such a bad example by big business, how are they supposed to... realize an underfunded police force?
Well, I'm afraid that's apparently quite a difficult question, but my solution is easy. I'm gonna talk for a long time about a subject not in any way related, and pretty soon people will forget all about it. I'll remind people that I have a great haircut, and that under my stewardship, Vice City has had on average 15% better weather than before.
Oh.
While crime rates only go up if you don't turn the graph upside down. Turn it upside down, and they have halved under me, Alex Shrub. Vote Shrub for president and you'll have a friendly face in the White House. A man you can trust. A local man who likes golf, laughing, and photo opportunities at your store or place of business. Just send me a letter. I'll send you an automated photocopied response. We call it democracy, and that's where the money goes.
Just a minute.
Don't interrupt. Let me finish.
But you're not...
And this man won't let me speak. You, Shorty, shut up and let me speak. Good, and I have a very supercilious manner. Besides which, I've been abroad, and I prefer it here because I'm a man of the people. Vote
I've always been a dude,
You'll get
never
richer,
been abroad.
and you won't feel guilty about it.
Enough! We're running out of time, and you completely failed to answer the question.
I'm a professional. That's my job.
And Mr. Hickory, what about you?
All right. These problems are typical of what happens with an open border to the north. The state is filling up with trash. People who can't tell the difference between a swamp and a marsh. Guys who don't know the first thing about the legality of marrying within the family. That's why we need a river. People, I'm telling you, pick up your spades, go into your garden, start digging as deep and as far as you can. Pretty soon the whole state will be flooded and ruined, and then they'll have to leave. We must build a moat to the north or they will come down and ruin this great state.
And Mr. Hickory, were you born in Florida?
What a stupid question of all the cheek. Were you? Of course not. No one's been born in Florida since 1877. But I've been here for 5 years, which is a very long time.
Yes, it is. A very long time. Almost as long as this show. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez, presiding over some of the least important
where was I
debate
going
on the
again?
radio. In this episode
Oh, yeah, Phil.
of Pressing the Issue, we had Alex Shrub, Callum Grayshaw, and John Florida Hickory discussing Sadie. I guess you've all got to make up your own minds. Should we be as wet as fish or a corrupt money-grabbing thief? Gentlemen, I feel we really got something. And that Vice City and people everywhere know a lot more than they did before we began. And now, over to Jonathan and Melissa to talk to you about public radio in your area.
You're listening to VCPR, the radio...
I don't want to spike. I just want to shoot someone. That's bad.
Guess you're the new owner. What are you, mob, cartel? You don't look Mexican. Anyhow, I guess you better get on with the things are gonna change around here crap.
Yep, that's
Maybe
the
threaten
lady
one of
from
the
Blondie.
Go set
Debbie
that
Harry.
tail.
I believe she's dead. But I could be wrong.
Well, yeah, things are gonna change around here, lady.
Oh, crap, Sonny. Might as well leave this to me. I've been doing this for years.
Now, here's this. We are now under new management, and things are gonna change around here again. Our new management needs...
Which gang are you?
Well, I'm not part of any gang, actually.
What's your goddamn name, kid?
Versetti. Tommy Versetti.
Our new management, the Massetti gang, is gonna make sure we get no trouble. Capiche? Out.
Did you like the capiche? I like the capiche. So this is how it's worked in the past. We run the firm as usual. If we get any trouble from rival firms, you beat the crap out of them. Then they beat the crap out of us. Then you beat the crap out of them, etc., etc. You got it?
Yeah, I guess.
Just grab a taxi from the garage if you feel like jumping in.
I'm gonna do one of these. They're not very hard.
Which is very lucky because I happen to host one.
Okay, we got a high-class fare needs picking up from Starfish Island. Any takers?
Tommy here, I'll take it.
Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself.
Oh shit.
We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC. Or is it MAPS? MAP Gay.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Snooze, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists,
Probably
we
not gonna
place
make it.
Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here. It's my right as a person.
Yes. Let's start with the obvious, yes? Is it moral to be naked?
Yes. You can't stop me.
Well, I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids have learned that it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to put on a bathing costume. That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad
Skipping the cutscene this time.
To discuss this.
Okay.
Firebrand preacher, Pastor Richards, the head of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC. Or is it MAPS? MAP Gay? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now, or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Nature is News, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City.
Listen, shit.
Is it moral to be naked?
Yes. You can't stop me.
Well, I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids
Why'd
have
you
learned
do
that
that?
it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to.
Damn. I'm not doing good with this mission this time.
To discuss this.
Okay, we got.
Firebrand preacher, Pastor Richards, the head of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC. Or is it MAPS? MAP Gay? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now, or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Nature is News, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here. It's my right as a person.
Yes. Let's start with the obvious, yes? Is it moral to be naked?
Yes. You can't stop me.
Well, I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids have
Here he
learned that
comes.
it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time.
This is my fare. Back off, asshole.
The reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't worn clothes since 1982. Clothes are seriously unnatural. Didn't you guys learn anything from the 60s? I had a revelation when I was in college in Germany. I'd always felt very constricted. Then it hit me like a slippery fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes.
I'm going to have to interrupt you. What if you die at work? What if an enormous piece of machinery falls on you while you're working?
Clothes lead to immorality. Nudity stops people from fighting. Have you seen an issue of National Geographic lately? People... Get it. Okay, please, don't hurt me. Frankly, have you been to the zoo? Animals are naked. If everyone were naked, there'd be...
Well, that sucks. Couldn't have been that important if I could kill him that easy.
Discuss these.
Okay,
Firebrand preacher, Pastor Richards, the head of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC. Or is it MAPS? MAP-K? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now, or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Naturist News, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here. It's my right as a person.
Yes. Let's start with the obvious, yes? Is it moral to be naked?
Yes! You can't stop me.
Well, I'm a
This is my fair. Back off, asshole.
Adorable kids have learned that it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to put on a bathing costume. That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't worn clothes since 1982. Clothes are seriously unnatural. Didn't you guys learn anything from the 60s? I had a revelation when I was on holiday in Germany. I'd always felt very constricted. Then it hit me like a slippery fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes. Come on, get in.
You're the way, idiota!
Okay, just please, don't hurt me. Why are you working?
Oh.
Clothes leads to immorality. Nudity stops people from fighting. Have you seen an...
It'd be nice if they'd quit killing the fucking guy.
I happen to host one. To discuss this...
Okay, we...
Firebrand preacher, Pastor Richards, the head of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC. Or is it MAPS? MAP-K? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now, or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Naturist News, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here. It's my right as a person.
Yes. Let's start with the obvious, yes?
This is my fair. Back off, asshole.
I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids have learned that it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to put on a bathing costume. That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't worn clothes since 1982. Clothes are seriously unnatural. Didn't you guys learn anything from the 60s? I had a revelation when I was on holiday in Germany. I'd always felt very constricted. Then it hit me like a slippery fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes.
I'm going to have to interrupt you.
Shit.
What if you die at work? What if an enormous piece of machinery falls on you while you're working?
Clothes lead to immorality. Nudity stops people from fighting. Have you seen an issue of National Geographic lately? People around the world are nude. You don't want to shoot a machine gun or a howitzer or a flamethrower if you're naked. It could burn or scald in quite a personal fashion, quite frankly. Have you been to the zoo? Animals are naked. If everyone were naked, there'd be no war. Come on, get in, quick. Okay, you even know how to never even try.
That's because you're a degenerate loony.
If the police were naked, it would set a great example to everyone. You can direct traffic and eat donuts entirely in the buff.
Maurice, this kind of immoral behavior is exactly why I'm building the Pastor Richard Salvation statue. Noah had an ark, Texans had the Alamo, and I am building a highly fortified structure in my image. Simple. This 50-story statue will be able to deflect alpha, gamma, and beta radiation. The day is coming and coming soon where the artificial suns will rain down to punish the degenerates of this city. But you can save yourself. The Pastor Richard Salvation statue will be a completely self-sufficient community. We have canned food
There, drop that asshole off.
So when the poopy hits the proverbial fan, we will load up the statue with all of the people who have saved themselves through generous donations, blast into space, and colonize Saturn.
Can't remember if I did this one over here or not.
affluent people ruled by me.
Will there be naked people?
No, turd brain. It's more like corrupt people like you we're shielding ourselves from. Liberals, degenerates.
Whoops. Oh, I didn't.
Leave me alone from now on.
Oh, it hit me with this fucking ambulance.
As boring as the other guy.
Save your breath. Give up.
How are they after me for? I didn't. Oh shit.
Morality comes from looking at history and biology and working out what's best for my kids and screw anyone else. That's what this country's all about. I mean, I saw the hippies. What a load of claptrap. What's your kid gonna do at a school with a name like Moonbeam or Wave or Horseradish or whatever they call it?
Yeah, I would have cut me off right there if I was the cops, but... Oh, shit.
South de La Habana.
Where am I off to?
We're back on K-Chat
Man,
with
driving
me,
sucks
Amy,
today.
and my guest is Thor, Viking warrior and elf help guru. Do you have a last name? Oh, whatever. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the wisdom of the ancients. There are many hurdles in life, Amy. I remember one of the first bits of fan mail I got from a king by bottle in the sea. A man of Lollard Island said, "A tiny woman came to our farm and swept in front of our door. A woodland troll has carried off my woman in the dead of night. Give me wisdom, Thor."
So, what did you tell him?
Hi, Amy. It was obvious the Black Plague had visited us. As sure as you can't be a midwife to a fairy, expect wisdom from a fool, or find a good meal downtown on a Saturday night.
Okay.
Can you tell me where my boy has gone? Where am I? Nothing seems right.
Your books really helped me get through puberty. Everyone else was into vampires and stuff. I just got into the Viking thing. It's pretty cool. It's been working pretty well for me. Anyway, my girlfriend and I, we fight all the time. She's always calling to check up on me. It really totally sucks. It's a drag. Like, I hang out at the strip mall with all my boys, and she shows up. Is there any advice you can give me?
Yes. There was a man who asked for a night's lodging at a certain farm on the eve of Maundy Thursday. Maybe it was Fat Tuesday. Anyway, in the course of the night, the old woman of the house took out a horn of salve and smeared herself with it from head to toe. She then climbed on top of the stove, sat astride a sweeping broom, and began to...
Hello? Excuse me, what the hell are you talking about?
Reading from the runes, wench!
What kind of rune is that?
It's a man's rune and not appropriate for the warrior under 18 years old. But there's a moral at the end. Are you still there, Fair Jay?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You love this woman.
Yeah, I think so. She's really special. Especially in the back seat, if you know what I mean, Thor.
Then behead her and parade thy love around on a stick for the world to admire.
Wow, cool. Thanks, Thor.
Okay, I'd like to throw you out, but you've got an enormous sword and, yeah. Let's take another call. But first, listeners, Vice City, remember, don't behead your girlfriend and take her head around on a stick. Hello, you're on K-Chat with Thor.
Hey, brother, my name is DJ. Your book is fresh. Real.
Slowing all cars, we're losing fares all over town. What's with you guys?
VC cabs keep beating us to it. They just got too many cars. We can't compete.
Mr. Vassetti, if you're out there listening in, you want to put the VC cabs out of action before we go bust.
Pleasant to have a patronizing voice on the radio.
That's right, Michelle. With the way things are going under Reagan, at any moment the unwashed Huns from the Midwest could descend upon Vice City and enslave the poets and postal workers and force us to watch network programming.
That is a frightening thought. But like many things in life, you can throw money at something and feel better about yourself. VCPR is your public radio station, but you have to...
Oh shit, I thought it was gonna...
Future,
that
there will be
sucked.
robots at the Vice City Art Center.
People who see that show say it's difficult to put into English. That must mean it's spectacular.
Yes, but if you don't give money to VCPR, we could be thrown back to the Stone Age. Liberals will be set on fire in the streets. Give now.
Oh, goddamn. Oh.
I'm on it. Come on.
You ain't a cop. You're a robot.
Stop! What are you doing?
Why are we here? What time is it? And is there a place around here a guy can get a drink? Early man, as seen in the Quai of Blascaux in France, questioned the morality of making the mammoth. But it made people think. If you don't vote, you get morons in charge. Is that moral? I'm not sure. Let's rest the issue.
Children should be at home with their parents naked. A curfew makes sense. You know how much money I saved not having to wear trendy clothes? Read a history book. At the creation of the universe, the Big Bang, everyone was naked. Even you. Why do I have to stay behind this divider? Maurice, please.
Because nobody is interested in seeing your business. Because we have standards of decency which you are offending.
Look at me! I'm jumping up and down.
Oh my goodness. Get back behind the divider. Please, I'm married.
What's so wrong with me? Why do you hate me because I'm happy? Jan, give me a hug. I won't hurt you. And by the sound of things, your husband is doing the same right now with his secretary.
No, we've worked through it. He was stressed. It's hard keeping a family together.
Back behind that divider, Barry, please. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Thank you.
Let's
Now
go back
sit
to
down.
Kaufman
On
Cabs.
pressing issues, we
see
think
what
it
else
is very
they got.
important to respect one another. To treat each other like we would like to be treated.
I want a hug.
If you don't like the United States, son, why don't you move to Russia? I don't understand people in America today. They call this a Cold War, but it's hotter than hell. Mark my words, in a day now, you're sitting in school, passing notes and talking
It's hot
about
'cause you're in
prom,
Florida.
when suddenly you look out the window and there are Russian paratroopers dropping in to take over. What can you do? Run into the woods with your friends? Call yourselves the Wolverines? Put twigs in your hand? Try to beat back the Ruskies? No. You hightail it to past the Richard Salvation statue and blast off into space. But there is a limited amount of space. That's why I suggest anyone who wants the safety and security of your own bunker, give me a call 866-9-SAVE-ME. We'll get you on the payment plan, and if you're paid in full on D-Day,
Oh.
For you especially.
Okay, I got it. Car 13, out.
Women protest by setting themselves on fire? I tell you, next time the kids are screaming for ice cream and pop, I may just douse myself in kerosene. I use that as a threat to my kids all the time, so it's no wonder they're so screwed up. That's one of the tough things about being a mom, not ruining their lives with guilt. As a matter of fact, I don't let my kids watch cartoons or slasher flicks.
Really?
That Knife After Dark movie may be #1 in the box office, but my kids certainly ain't gonna see it. If you don't raise your kids right, they end up being like Nude Boy over there or working in radio. I want them to get proper jobs, like being a doctor, not a patient.
That is offensive. My mother understood I was special. She made me wear a bonnet as a child, and when I demanded to go to school naked, she was fine with it. After social services moved me, she would still write to me. I still remember when she kissed me goodbye.
But Barry, earlier you said you discovered naturism, taking your clothes off, whatever it is in Germany.
I know, but I lie a lot. I've got a lot of personal issues. Look at me. Please, Maurice, I need a hug.
There's another example of immorality in this city. Public showing of affection. People think we want to see them making out and carrying on. I understand your hormones rage like a wild animal, and you want to ravage one another like there's no tomorrow, but you have to ignore what your body is telling you and work...
No sign of Mercedes.
We're building a statue, and we need your help. Call me now.
You know, pretty soon you won't be able to tell who's a human and who's an android. Why, the corporation is working on it right now. I know, I read about it. I tell my kids not to kiss other kids at school. It might be an android, suck your brains out. You must have seen the mini-series event on television. I read it in a book. We've got to stop looking at the stars, all this science fiction, and focus on the family. Now, if you really want to dance like you're on the moon, go there and leave us in peace. And that's a fact.
What's up?
I'm sorry, Maurice, but I have to tell you, I moved to Florida to bring my kids up the American way in a theme park. And that's just the kind of person I am, opinionated and moronic.
I see. Well, this panel is certainly interesting. The issue is morality. Recently, Frogheart is drawing together to provide famine aid to Alaska with the song, Do They Know It's the 4th of July? Critics complain it's immoral to meddle in the affairs of other peoples and cultures. Pastor Richard Walker, what do you make of meddling in other people's business like an over-opinionated sociopath? Well, let me say that money could have gone to much better things like...
It's time for Kaufman's Cabs,
Damn.
Guardian Angel, to eat some fender.
Stop doing that. Don't interrupt me, boy. Anywho...
Where is he?
That's all I got!
Don't make me feel any worse.
Play the cello or use sharp knives in your birthday suit, then what's the point of living?
Well, it is a bit cold there. People put on clothes when it's cold. We evolved without a warm covering of hair. That's a lie, sir. We come from the great meteor of truth.
Clothes are a habit, like shaving and taking out the trash. As soon as you stop, you realize what a prisoner you were to society and the twisted state of morality. People think that nudists are immoral. Well, we're not. I'm married, I love my wife. In our commune, it's so wonderful to wake up in a big bed and go to breakfast clothed in nothing but a smile.
What kind of people are there in your weirdo commune?
Single people, families, elderly couples, teachers, politicians, and especially truck drivers. Truck drivers understand what it's like to be by yourself for days on end, with nothing but country music on the radio and a stick in your hand, shifting gears over and over. Truckers realize there's nothing to be ashamed of on the open road. Get naked and beat it on down the line. You've never seen a sense of community and morality like a nudist colony. We share everything, the cooking, cleaning, wives, a shared sense of what it's like to be a complete social outcast.
Wait right there, Barry. I'm getting something through the cats. Headphones, that is. Yes? Yeah, okay. We just want to tell you a little more about public radio funding. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, I'm sure...
Okay. Ow, you totally hit me, jerk.
And end this dreadful begathon.
Here's a $10 pledge from Fran in Little Havana. Wow, you think she could have given more than that?
Yes, you bitch. I hope she...
Shows a nerve these people learn to drive. What'd you do that for? You drunk or something?
See See, there are some people that think everything has to make money. It doesn't. That's why you should give now.
Correct. Next week is Environmental Week, sponsored by MyBotsu and the Vice City Power Corporation. And next month, we're celebrating Proust's influence on Vice City in association with the Degenitron. But for now, let's return to pressing issues.
Uh-oh.
Please.
Now, when the Europeans were done ruining their continent with bland food and soccer riots and arrived in the Americas in the late 15th century, the subject soon turned to morality. You see, Europeans wanted to colonize America, so they had somebody to make fun of. The Pilgrims left England for the religious freedom in Holland, where they visited coffee shops, and after they packed up their ships with plenty of coffee, tea, and cakes to liven up the trip, they set sail for the New World, which they heard had a magnificent roller coaster. Once they got here, they were very hungry, having been on a ship for 65 days. So they ate for 3 days straight. Thanksgiving quickly became an act of... History major. But do we have the right? The question, is it moral to celebrate Thanksgiving, a holiday that is clearly about gluttony, annoying relatives, and awful casserole?
Well, I for one love a casserole, and at my weekly meeting, my congregation has a potluck. You see, a casserole is a lot like life, Maurice, and that's the basis of my philosophy. If you put a bunch of leftovers from the fridge in a pan and bake it, somebody will probably eat it. It's like my book. You believe in your favorite sports team, then they get...
Bill?
Run! Run!
Pilgrim World, especially the part where you get to slaughter your own buffalo and take home the meat, or give the locals the flu while buying their land off them for a pittance. That's what children need.
What is?
Wholesome activities that benefit the family. Now, what good is it if a kid plays Degeneratron for 5 hours? Oh, sure, he's killed.
Oh, you asshole. What the fuck?
You undressing me with your eyes. Well, I tell you, I was a cheerleader and nearly a prom queen.
You morons don't learn nothing. I'm innocent.
You're going down. I want 10 minutes alone with this asshole.
Well, I myself love casseroles on Thanksgiving. And the way to teach your children the rich history of America is through theme parks. I just love Pilgrim World, especially the part where you get to slaughter your own buffalo and take home the meat, or give the locals the flu while buying...
days. Para favor. You just made a big mistake.
Because he had a kind face and a rich dad. I didn't know he was going to cheat on me or embarrass me. I didn't know.
But I am a little worried about you. How are the children? Do they enjoy school?
Of course they do. That's precisely why I'm going to start homeschooling my children. High school is a cult. There's a group of savages that rule the roost and get all the girls, and everyone else is picked on and abused. It happened to me, and look at me. I'm a deranged mess, and my husband cheats on me. I don't want my kids to go to a public high school. Instead, we have a prom each year in my living room.
And that leads to my next question.
Uh-oh. That was a bad idea.
Make me puke my guts out, please.
Well, I myself love casseroles on Thanksgiving. And the way to teach your children the rich history of America is through theme parks. I just love Pilgrim World, especially the part where you get to slaughter your own buffalo and take home the meat, or give the locals the flu while buying their land off them for a pittance. That's what children need.
Go, Ezio, what are you doing driving like that? Crazy, man. This is like my officina. You just made a big mistake.
From scratch, even if Daddy is working late again, we build our own spears, smear ourselves in dung, and then wait in a swamp. I've got children, for Pete's sake. Stop eyeing me up.
I wasn't.
You were. I can see you undressing me with your eyes. Well, I tell you, I was a cheerleader and nearly a prom queen. And I could have married anyone, but I chose John. I chose him because he had a kind face and a rich dad. I didn't know he was going to cheat on me or embarrass me. I didn't know. But I won't be made a fool of. I've got the children.
Okay, Jan, it's okay. Men are idiots. Ask my ex-wife. Don't worry. Stay calm. I'm not dead. How are the children? Do they enjoy school?
Of course they do. That's precisely why I'm going to start homeschooling my children. High school is a cult. There's a group of savages that rule the roost and get all the girls, and everyone else is picked on and abused. It happened to me, and look at me. I'm a deranged mess, and my husband cheats on me. I don't want my kids to go to a public high school. Instead, we have a prom each year in my living room.
I hate doing that.
I'm glad you are proud of it, but when people of Vice City are in a Quickie Mart, they should be able to have a simple financial transaction without seeing a fire hose. Are you with me?
Sorry, Maurice.
That's okay.
It's fire
Just
horse.
try to behave. I think the sun must have got to you or something.
Yes, maybe that's it.
Maurice, if I may.
Tommy, it's Phil. Now cut out all the reminiscent crap and listen to me, you hear? Good. I got me some extra strength moonshine, nearing fermentation time, and I was wondering if you'd fancy having a shot. Seriously, Tommy, if you like a drink, or if you need to strip paint, this stuff will make a man out of you. Sure did out of me, even though I can't see out of one eye. I'll be waiting for you. You hear?
My voice again, it will be anarchy.
TV teaches immorality. Refugees, glue, the price of tea in China. How can we raise children in this environment? My little boy asked me the other day, Mommy, are unicorns real?
What am I supposed to say to that? Do I lie and make myself as bad as the boy's father? Or do I break the little boy's heart and ruin his life so that he ends up a nudist or a freak or something?
It's a difficult question, Jack. A very difficult question. Is it right to lie?
Clothes are a lie, Maurice.
No, Barry. Clothes are a way of
Well,
keeping
I'm gonna head over
warm
and do
not
Phil's
getting
last
arrested.
mission.
No policeman has
Because
ever
it looks
hit
like
me
I'm
with
about to get a
I'd like to
honeydew
hit you back
list.
to hell, you sicko. You're filth. Human form of vermin. A blight on a fine society, picket fences and garden parties, and everyone coming 3 times a day to my statue to pay homage. Pastor Richards, as a human being, I have to say I find your philosophy...
I believe this one is the drunk driving Olympics.
Hey, Phil. How's it going?
Hey, Connie! How you doing? It's been too long.
I swear you should lay off that boom shine, man. It smells like paint stripper. It's making my eyes burn.
Shh, 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 Tommy. Hey, come over here because there's something I want to show you. Something.
Oof, God, should I be able to smell that from way over here?
Don't you worry about the
Phil,
smell,
oof.
Tommy. You just watch this. Shitty, cheap bandits or something. There's some more on the bench. Ta-da! Oh, damn!
And if dick anybody stands in my way, the contract says I work. I've been dragged back, held down, and embarrassed by those guys. But you know, it's part of being in a band. Like, watch out! What are you tree line?
Last of the year by Crab Rock Monthly?
Look, I want the whole bit.
Hit that one guy hard.
Love Fist would be over, and the new contract reflects that. As an artist, it's really important.
Broken spoon. Mother and hands.
Yeah, rock on, Keith. Roger, what a trip.
Yeah, shut up, you silly top.
Ugh, let's take a caller.
Spoony, woony. Woo, woo, woo. Not the hospital, man. Too many cops in Vietnam. There's an ex-army surgeon owes me a few favors. And a laundry. He's got a place down Little Havana. Oh, look, giant fish.
Subliminal messages that you
He's coming, little boy.
Big hair, the limousines, the girls, the partying.
Made it.
After my unfortunate incident in Cleveland, I told the press, I don't like Mondays. This livens up the day. If you're asking me if we was using backmasking, the music... Many broken dreams. I want to pick up the pieces together. God, I am so creative.
What the hell, man?
Oye, man, look at that. I am King Cuban. I think it will rain today. No te lo creas, man.
Oye, Pepito, ¿qué quieres?
Now, Miss Phil, I want to thank you for helping me out back there, son. Damn Charlie, he'll always ambush you somewhere or the other. Anyway, the wound is healing well, and it means I'll no longer be defrauding the government on my disability check.
Have you no compassion, man?
It's at least.
Thankfully, due to the
No, man,
generosity
I
of the
do
people
not.
at DeLeo and Furax, the fascinating show Legal Review will still run. But now, back to the pressing issues.
Actually, before we let you get back to the show, I'd like to say something. I know that public radio may not seem very important in an era of poverty and famine and immense personal greed, but I can assure you it is. And not just because I say so. Look at the facts. 15 of the last 37 American presidents and 47 vice presidents have appeared on VCPR in the last month. 33% of all Nobel Prize winners started out in public radio. Without public radio, we would never have discovered gravity, or the pizza, or the fact that a lot of people love to hear themselves rattle. Anyway, sermon over.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
What kind of neighborhood is this?
James, or Cabbies. This isn't a game show. Sorry about the upbeat opening. This isn't a game show. It's a political and social debate on free radio, without adults. And I'm still Maurice Chavez. Hi. Next up on Pressing Issues, we tackle one of the most important issues in our country today. The issue of perception. Not credit card fraud. That's deception. But we're talking about perception. How we perceive the world. These are optimistic times we're living in. A time of go-getters and doers. Our hero is the entrepreneur, the shaker and the maker. Positive thinking, we are told, is everything. Think it, and we can do it. Or can we? Let's...
Get out the way. Get out of my living room.
Today or my ex-wife's birthday, I want to hide under the pillows and cry. But that's me, a man of contradictions, as my therapist said. He was a junkie. But whatever. I'm Maurice Chavez, and on our panel right now, we've got three very contrasting views about the issue of positive thinking. On my right, I have Gothic artist, vampire hunter, and, his words, man of the night, Konstantinos Smith. Konstantinos, hello.
Greetings, Mar.
Ooh, 3,000. I thought it was 2,000.
No, man. I'm mind-numbingly depressed. It's great.
Okay, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. And on the left, I have positive thinker extraordinaire, a man who dragged himself up from the gutter, Jeremy Robart.
Hey, the ghetto, not the gutter. I didn't live in the gutter. I lived in the ghetto. I'm a survivor, not... You all realize that gift. Make something of yourselves. Realize your dream. I'm like a high school counselor. I'll show you your potential. It's easy. All you have to do is follow my simple program on audio cassette or VHS. Oh. When I was in jail, I got... Lebanese and Jamaica. If I can do it, I can help.
Lebanese and Jamaica?
It's a three-stage process. Learn, start, doing.
Shut up!
I'm gonna go inside and get a change of clothes, because I don't like this outfit. Oh, hello. I do believe I want to go meet Umberto Rubino before I stop.
Gorgeous! I've been smiling all day ever since!
Okay. Now let's get with the policy of ladies first. And since you seem to be the most pleasant person here, Jenny, let's start with you. You seem like a very happy person.
Oh, I am!
Really? Why?
Well, life's great, isn't it? I mean, good things come my way because I hold each one close because I deserve it.
I bet you wouldn't be so cheery if you had the Black Plague. Jenny's living in fiction. How could you not like me? We see the world for what it is. Dark songs in the night, black nail polish, and very tight black jeans, man.
Like, everything is great. Well, like everything!
Konstantinos, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I've seen it. I remember liking it.
Yeah.
What the?
There's
Of course,
only
my dad
one
loved
thing
those
good
fucking
about
movies.
life.
And what's that?
See, man? Hey, easy, papi. This man's for me. You the boy? Oh, yeah. You're the boy. I think so, you know.
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah? You come here, tough guy. You think you'll take me on? You think you'll play stupid with me?
No, I think you're playing plenty stupid enough for both of us.
Hey, he call you dumb, son. And I call him a little girl, Papi. Look at him, all dressed up like that. What is this, ladies' night? You some kind of tough guy? You dress like a woman? You got on panties like a woman too, huh?
What do you got against women? You prefer men, big boy?
I like women. I like all women. I love my mother, Chico.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Relax.
Can you drive, amigo?
Yeah, like a woman.
Very funny. I like you, big boy. Maybe you can help. Maybe you can prove you're a man, huh? Take out the boat. Show me you got some big cojones. And not some little bitty chiquita ones.
Oh, I don't really care how they dress.
Hey, Enrico, you the man with the big cojones?
Tommy Vercetti, let's go.
Okay, man. Treat her like a woman.
Right, this isn't going that well. Look,
Hey, can I say something?
No, I'm still pissed off with you, you shoulder pad wearing shyster.
Hey! Back down, Buster.
Amigo, you're the man.
As they say in the movies, I'm a man of peace. I'm done.
You're pushing me, man. I'm Maurice Chavez.
I know who you are. You used to be a clown. I saw you at a bar mitzvah once. You had a great act. What, did you get tired of kids kicking you in the shin? Still, you were a first-class talent.
I was?
Yes, great. But you lacked something.
I did?
Yeah, you call yourself a man?
You're all shot up with nerves.
I'd like to be all shot up with embalming fluid.
That can be arranged. We're talking about me, not Mr. Constantino Smith.
What are we talking about today, Maurice?
I forget.
Oops.
That nutty guy without any clothes. Yes, you're right. Positive thinking.
Exactly, friend. We're talking about you, Maurice Chavez. You couldn't cut it as a clown, but you're great, and I mean great, as a public radio host. It takes a lot of work to be uppity and self-important all the time. Every cab I go in, the guys love you.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, don't thank me, thank yourself.
You're a little scaredy kitten, baby boy. Go cry to your mommy.
Yes, you thought your way to success. It's a 3-step program based on studying successful people. Like me. Or maybe learning start doing is a little too intense for you. Maybe you should just think, hold that thought, complete. I never had anyone complain about that program.
Stop that.
Hey, I engaged with you, friend, and you're exchanging with me. I cover this in my second tape. One is a positive action as practiced by...
Stop that. You're a real man.
I'm a real man.
Practiced by failures like winos and judges. What? Stop interrupting me. You gotta open your ears and close your mouth. It's very important. I tell my old lady that all the time. I say, hey, I don't want to hear no complaining. I come home with piles of cash every night and all you do is bitch. The learning starts in here and ends when we open this. Doing is a whole other story, but we'll come to that. Now, all you have to do is call me right away at 866-434-SELF, and for just one monthly payment, I will change your life forever. I promise you. I'll supply you with all the materials you'll need to completely change the way you see the world. Guaranteed.
So stop.
Man, you the man. I like you, man. I like you a lot. Anytime, man, because you got cojones, and all my friends, they got big cojones.
Your mind to the maybes. We're discussing like friends, not debating like enemies. You see the difference?
Yes, I do. I think it's so much fun to be on the radio. I'd listen more, but someone stole my radio when they killed my foster family.
I hate everyone, apart from the undead. They're the only ones you can really get along with.
Well, that's a
here's
start.
the last
But
one.
even you, Mr. Long Hair and Pale Skin, I can change your outlook.
You got big cojones, amigo.
Yeah, I've noticed it. The makeup helps some women and some women it doesn't.
Hey baby, you like my muscles?
Tommy, enough dead man been chatting about you, my dear. Thought you might need something to make you feel better. So Auntie Poulet make you some stew, eh? Come and check me kitchen sometime, okay, Tommy?
Nothing awful has happened to me.
But it says your parents were brutally murdered.
Mommy? Where's Mommy? She's just fine. She's probably taking a nap. You're like my bad doll, Mr. Livingston. He's a bad doll. Bad doll. Not like my other dolls. My mom's great, though. Thanks for asking.
Okay, wow. You're psychotic and dosed up to the eyeballs on tranquilizers.
If it's psychotic to be happy, then I guess I am.
A stalagmite grows an inch every 1,000 years. That's slow and painful. That's how I want to live my life. If you can't see the misery, stay out of the kitchen. You may have noticed this on a cartoon. It's Egyptian and represents the breath of life given in the afterworld. It's my key to eternal life after death.
Hey, why don't you carry your keys in your pocket like everyone else?
Because only that which is burned or scratched into your flesh comes with you to the afterlife.
I bet my ex-wife will be...
La juventud hoy. Dile que lo sientes. Que puedo hacer eso. No lo creo. Viejo estúpido, cabrón.
Oh, that was a close one. Almost ended up in the water.
I hope you got whiplash.
What the hell am I doing?
You swear it? I want to hear you scream 98.
I don't have any time for you, lame boy. Hey, watch out.
Come on, there's roadworks downtown. Make sure you get stuck in them.
I've known a lot of people that were both. Where the hell am I going? I was getting tired of that car. Oh, I like these.
All you gotta do.
No, not those. I don't want that one.
Wait a minute. I can't believe my finger, buddy. Oh my goodness. Hey, what the?
Hey, you.
This is not happening.
Through fast food and commemorative plates. Take that money right now and send it direct to me, Jonathan Freeloader, Starfish Island, Vice City. Now, back to the show with Maurice Chavez, the asshole.
You're correct. He is an asshole.
I'm Maurice Chavez.
I remember where I was going
I
now.
used to be a performance clown. Now I'm running on the big show. Funny how things turn out, eh? Or is it? That's the question, you see. If we look...
Stop! What are you doing? Sweat yourself out of my face already.
Free radio, free ideas. Just keep those donations pouring in. Don't sell out to corporations. We all need a voice. Really, we do. And today, right now, we're giving a voice to 3 very different people discussing positive thinking. A healthy mental attitude. We've got a goth depressive, we've got a very happy orphan, and we've got a motivational speaker with a number of systems. So let's start with you, Konstantinos, you strange, creepy creature of the...
I haven't done any of these yet. I should do some of these.
Mr. Teal, your help in eradicating those out-of-towners was invaluable to business. I have more work for you with a more hands-on approach. Your next job is taped under the phone.
Anyway,
Anyways, what he's talking about is covered in my 3-step program, Tape 17. Motivate, demonstrate, then motivate again, Part 9. Facing home truths. You see, we all have to face up to a few home truths. I'll never be prom queen. Jenny will never have her parents. You'll never make it in the entertainment business. It's about realistic goals. I can change your life.
Just a second, Robot. What isn't covered in your 3-step program? What don't you talk about in your Library of Congress-sized state cassette library? Whatever we talk about, greed, gods, depression, changing lives. Who are you? What have you done that's so great? You wear a cheap suit.
There
your
he
hair
is.
is stuck rigid with spray. Your breath stinks of whiskey. You look like you sell drugs to people.
That wasn't too hard. Give me some of this money.
I'll count to 10 before I tear your ass up.
I get slandered by a guy who couldn't amuse a birthday party of 9-year-olds. I get attacked by a guy who works on a volunteer radio.
This is not volunteer radio. I earn a salary.
How much? How much do you earn, Chavez? Big man, tough guy with a microphone and a cheap jacket, and a look that says my highest hope in life is to work in a bookstore. I'm a go-getter. You're a cheapskate.
You're a fraud with nothing to tell people, and no way of helping people.
Excellent. I'm really loving this. I hope one of them gets killed.
Shut up, dork.
All the bunnies are stabbing each other.
Shut up. I have a condo, I have a hot tub, I vacation in Aruba.
Vacation is not a verb, moron.
Yes, it is, because I'm a VIP. I'm very important. And I'm a teacher, a wise man, not an opinionated dolt, a naysayer sitting on the side of life criticizing others while all he can do is get a crappy gig down at a moron station. A man who lives with his mother.
I'm between apartments.
And I'm between mansions, Buster, from helping people. Do you know how good it feels to be me? Do you have any idea at all how great it feels to wake up?
Oh, who the hell's calling?
Get to the payphone in Vice Point.
Oh. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop here for now. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I will be back probably sometime tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.